Okay, so just all 6 blue side cams in any order, yeah, that's fine?
Yep.
Okay.
You can look at the other players' screens if you want to, but like I said, you can just do whatever.
Let me see what
whatever your
Perry's
heart
doing now.
desires.
Yeah, I don't want to reveal my strat. I can't reveal to anyone. What am I gonna start, guys?
You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, let the first clear commence. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, we're starting things off strong. So I'm noticing a big difference immediately. Heal, you have teleport.
Yeah. It's some secret tech. We'll see. I'm not sure if it's good.
Okay.
Honestly,
where do you plan on teleporting to? Nobody else has this.
to this tower, tier 2 top.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy. I didn't even think about using summoner spells, man.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to find a way to use flash eventually, right? So.
Yeah, I think so.
Mir, you're the only one who started red buff. Tell me about your strategy with red.
Well, I haven't played Kane for like 3 years, so I think starting Raptor would be slowest. So I think starting red looks like ideal for me.
I will say, Keel is already done with 3 camps and he's on wolves already. Ooh, we got the flash from Perry.
Oh, kill, man. What do you got cooking?
I'm way too smart.
Alright. Maybe.
Keel is pretty fast. You guys are all just done with your wolves now, though, so it's gonna be a photo finish, I think. Ooh, actually, Mir has a bit of an edge here because he does still have his smite. Oh, actually, Perry's is coming back up, so it's getting really, really close. Oh! Oh, that was so close. I think it was Keel, then Perry, then Mir last. It was so close though. It was really, really, really close. That was a photo finish, but I'm pretty sure Keel got it.
How did I lose?
Man.
I thought I have a perfect strategy with fleet.
Alright, well.
Might have been the rune diff.
Okay,
I guess.
okay. So is there a Victor? He has 310. I'm also at 310.
Welcome back to the LCS Challengers League. I am Mazel. I'm joined by Magical and Cubby yet again in our final halftime here of the regular season. But before we get to that, we got to talk a little bit about this last game. We have to go over maybe some of the bumps and bruises we got to see for both sides, but maybe particularly one side, as I do want to break it down a little bit. This is the last time we will see these teams before the playoffs, and it is important to get a read on how they're doing here, Cubby.
It's the last time we'll see any teams before playoffs, just saying.
True.
Well,
big brain analysis.
I think TLC is going to be just fine. That's my big brain analysis. As the execution these guys are having as a group of 5 really feels like TLC are firing on all cylinders. They are our top team going into playoffs, and just kind of slowing down in this game against AOE today.
And I think some of the interesting points were just how Ari was stepping up, right? I think we've seen such a really big influence from him since he came back down. He was so vocal on what he wants to try to change, what he got direction from when he had his time on LCS, and it's been really cool to see them kind of put it together, and some of the 2 Chainz memories coming alive. Magical.
I mean, Hagery's always been a player that, back when he was on, like in the academy before, you know, we became the challengers, I was always like, this guy is so good. This guy really needs to be in the LCS, and I think that he was doing fine in the LCS. He felt like he wasn't having the confidence that he really wanted to on that stage, and he's back here in Challengers, and he is crushing it. He is looking so good, and I hope that he gets that confidence back after how well he's been playing so far back in the Challengers League, because this guy is just, he's so fun to watch. He is very aggressively, and the thing is, his LeBlanc is kind of like one of the big things that we always think about when we think of Harry before, like the static shift meta. I feel like Tristana has a very similar, not necessarily build path, but identity of like, I'm almost going to be an assassin where I'm going to jump out of nowhere, do all this damage, as well as be so chaotic in side lanes.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing, is the influence in side lanes, pulling the pressure of AOE around. And I think AOE's going to have a lot to answer for, a lot of that momentum to regain to go into that second game specifically. And I think they can find some answers, especially in the draft. I want to see some strength and maybe some more stability come out from AOE's side as well, Cubby.
Yeah, just take Trist out of the equation, please. I don't mind what we had from AOE that game, but I think it just gets really hard when you have Tristana in the mid lane. I don't think he's a champion that should be allowed through on this patch unless you have a damn good answer. And the answer that AOE had wasn't quite good enough, so back to the drawing board.
And that drawing board will be the case for AOE to go back to in game number 2. But our drawing board for now will be our Rally Cry halftime segment. Now, I'm doing a new one here, and this one's maybe a little bit chaotic.
Okay.
And I have dubbed it with maybe a little bit of help. Blind pick art. As I, with the help of my wife, have gotten a blindfold. I'm going to put this blindfold on. I'm going to open up my paint. And you guys are going to tell me the wonderful story that just happened in that first game. I don't care how many pictures it takes, but you're going to have to give me a clear story on exactly what happened in that first game. Yes, Cubby.
I would at least fire paint up before you put the blindfold on.
It's already here. All
right, great. I'm
just making sure you guys have everything ready to go, all right? You're going to have to tell me exactly how to move my mouse while telling us the story. You guys can figure out how you want to do it.
So
you're a tag team. You got your synergy on point. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to put my blind... I guess I should put my blindfold on now as well.
Look at me. Look up. Look up. Look up, Cubby. Look up. Yeah. Game plan. Tristana. Tristana.
No.
Good.
All right. I'm gonna peek for just a second so I can get the actual paint up.
Okay.
All right, you guys can see everything now. You ready?
Okay. Well,
so you're telling me the story of this first game.
Tristana. There you go. Told the story.
No. That magical.
You have
Once there was a Yordle in the land of Runeterra. All right. This Yordle had a gun, had a rocket jump, and had a dream. And that dream was to destroy everything in her path, known as AOE. Yeah, okay, I would start with a circle.
Yeah, and then point to ears.
Okay.
Point to ears.
I'm gonna give you this. Okay, circle.
Circle. Let's see how good he can do a circle blind.
We can't really see your mouse, but if you can feel out like 2 pointy ears.
2 pointy ears. Oh no. Okay.
It's okay. Move. Oh. That's not.
No. How far to the right? How far to the right?
You're gonna. Do you know the shortcut for undo?
Right there.
I do. Yes. Bam.
Yeah.
No. Go back. Up. All right. No. Now to the right.
To the right.
Doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah, right there.
Maybe we shouldn't focus on the ears. Yeah, that's great.
There's the ears.
There you go. Perfect.
There's the ears. All right. So we got Tristana.
Fantastic.
All right.
That's Tristana.
Perfect. So Tristana's starting. We got the ears. We got the pointy ears club.
So
what else we got? Story of the game. So Tristana's looking good.
Tristana
there were a lot of things that were in her path.
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw a gun. I'm just gonna draw a gun.
Yeah. Towers.
There you go. There's a gun. We're going to shoot
out.
That's
not as bad as that. That's impressive.
Right, I'm envisioning. I'm getting the power of Lee Sin summoners here.
You're envisioning something, man. There were towers, dragons, barons, all on the land of Runeterra.
How am I supposed to put that in one? You're supposed to do this as a story.
I'm telling a story, all right? Now.
Okay, so I'm just going to draw a baron then. Spiky head.
Here, can we undo this really quick? Just undo a lot of this. Undo. There we go. All right, now let's just draw towers.
Back to nothing?
Let's just draw towers now.
Towers? All right, here.
Yeah.
It looks like a tower, kind of. All right.
Well, you're not even on the screen.
Oh my God. Okay, well you gotta tell me that, Mr. Okay. Oh, look. Oh my God, what has happened? I'm looking now at what you have done to me. This is not a story at all. This is not a story. All right, so we're gonna go towers. There's one.
There you go.
All right. Now another one. I don't know why there's a base.
Yeah, I don't know why there's a base either.
We got the towers breaking down.
Can you set them on fire? Can you set them on fire?
God. No. That's not going to be possible.
Let's do it anyways.
All right, we're going to say, I still can't see. All right, the fire.
All right, there we go. It's on fire. Perfect. All right, so.
Okay.
So we got the towers on fire from Tristana. That looks perfect.
That's a perfect first one. All right, now I'm going to try to lead to the second canvas because we're going to move on to this next part of the story. So we had Tristana with towers.
Okay.
All right.
Draw Tristana again.
Tristana again. So it was a circle. It was 2 ears.
Close enough.
Okay,
Yeah,
Tristana,
that's
Harry.
enough.
That
That's
looks
enough.
like Harry. All right.
All right, can you draw a dragon?
I love that you're supposed to lead me, but you're just like, just draw a dragon.
Okay, look, we're
What?
trying to tell
Alright,
a story
there's the
while telling you
body.
what to do.
There's the face, the wings,
Okay.
and legs,
Yeah,
and then a
perfect.
tail.
Perfect. All right.
All right, it looks good. Looks
That
good.
looks great. Let's go to the
All right.
next canvas.
All right, we're going to the next games. I
right.
can't see.
Perfect.
All right, we're
Draw
in the next
Tristana.
canvas. Tristana. All right, circle with ears.
He's getting
Okay.
better. He's getting better.
All right,
Now,
all right. I'm learning the movements. So
Now-
far, all three have been about Harry.
Now, can you draw a bunch of little graves?
Graves. There's one.
Okay, perfect. Two.
I think this feels like I'm drawing birds.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
All right,
There you go.
there's
One
a
more.
bunch of
One more. One
graves.
more. One more.
One more. All right, one more grave.
And
There
then
we go.
type
Okay.
in. Now, okay, this is gonna be hard. You're gonna have to write AOE somewhere.
Oh no. All right, A. I think there's
Yeah, there you go.
O. E.
Perfect.
All right.
So that's
Cool,
Tristana
cool.
hanging out in the graveyard that is AOE. So that because
I would
absolutely
love for
destroyed
Cynthia
them.
to tell me how much time we have left. We have 1 minute. Okay, I'm gonna take the blindfold. We ran through
Look
all
at
the
this.
time here.
Perfect. This is
What
great.
is this picture that you? What
This
is
is
this?
beautiful.
Okay, we gotta go through
You're
the
the
story.
one drawing.
But you guys are supposed to help me. I thought this was supposed to be a team effort here.
My voice was cluttered in there.
This is insane. Okay, so we're starting off with it. This was the tower drawing. This was when Harry was supposed to be taking down tower. I see the
Looks like
fire
it.
didn't get put onto
Not
the
at all.
towers.
Not one bit.
Let's there we go. There. And then it was Tristan. I don't know how to draw a gun. There you go. Now what this was the dragon?
Yeah. You drew the dragon over
This,
Tristana.
Here, fire. There you go. Now it's a dragon, and it's Tristana here with the ears. See, I'm fixing it all up. Fixing it all.
there
So
you go.
Harry, dragon, all the fire. Last one, I have no idea. There's an AOE in here. There's a lot of focus on Harry,
Yeah.
and apparently the story is just
Tristana.
don't give
Yep.
Tristana to Harry. I guess.
I think this is must be what it feels like to be a preschool teacher, and I decided I don't have enough patience for this.
Yeah, you guys suck.
None of us have enough patience for this.
That was I would never want you guys to lead me blind if I had to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also like the guy who's like the chaotic neutral
I put my
broadcast, so
blindfold back on?
I think that should be a given.
All right, that was our last Rally Cry halftime show of the regular season. Now we got to get to our last game of the regular season while AOE try to come back versus Team Liquid Challengers. I think I broke Magical. Guys, take it away.
The fact that that's the last Rally Cry halftime show of this split is absolutely beautiful.
You know what? We're unlike our teams in the first two games. We're limit testing before playoffs over here on the broadcast, right?
Yeah, we really are.
Trying new things, see what happens.
Get ourselves prepared for
I will
playoffs.
say,
We're getting everything
Mazel,
ready.
He kept the brush on the canvas for the majority of the time, which is better than me. And
I don't know how you did that.
His drawings blind look like my drawings, period. So we're just gonna. There's a reason I never do drawing segments when I'm in his seat.
Yeah, I don't know how he's able to keep the drawings actually on the page, especially Blindfold. I would have accidentally clicked off of it and just pulled up some random video, just be like, all right, we're on YouTube somehow. Don't know how this happened, but here we are, like how we are here in the draft, and we should be talking about this because this is our last game of the regular season. Unfortunately, no stakes are on the line here. We have eaten them all. We have grilled them all up. They were very tasty. And this one is all about the just desserts of how can our teams round out the end of the regular season. For AOE, ending on a high note, beating the #1 team would be great. But for TLC, they are the only team that is in single-digit losses. If they lose this one, they would be at 10, so they would join the rest of them. But winning this one would mean that they are the only team to have less than 10. Okay.
I got there. Hold on. I'm still thinking about that last segment. We're like talking about losses here at the ball. Let's focus on the wins, the positives from that match. And the positives, the Kaisa got that through. We got to see Zyrel now, most likely, and that's going to have Zyra Rakan.
Yeah, Zyrel, there it is. Getting that for TLC. I mean, they could always round it out with a Rakan if they want to and have Mir on that Rel. So that is always a possibility. But looking at what has been let through, as you talked about, that Kaisa had been let through. We still have Sejuani that could easily be taken here for Will again. But really, when we look at Will, I like seeing him on things that can attack a lot earlier on. And that's why that Wukong has been the one pick that he's really looked the best on throughout his entire career. And we've seen many, many times. But it seems that AOE Gold, they want to get that engage for themselves. Take this Rakan, deny the Lovers duo that was so powerful for Arrow and Kim down before, and then round it out with that Wukong I was just talking about.
All right, well, we got Will's 85% career Wukong. 85% win rate. That wasn't clear enough. It's been damn good. I gotta say, Mir has the option to try Rel jungle. I think we've yet to see it from Mir as a jungler, but this is one where you could try and lock up that Wukong. If not, he could answer with something else, and it will be the Nocturne. So Nocturne, turn off the lights. I'm fully expecting to see a Nico ban now come out of AoE.
Same here. I was about to say, when you have that Nocturne, Nico immediately rises in priority. We have seen that Nico, despite some round of nerfs, has kind of become more of like that fringe niche pick that is still pretty powerful in the right hands, especially in the right compositions. As here, that is going to be Azir taken away from Dark Wings to start it off. It seems that TLC aren't fully convinced that Kaisa is going to be for Dark Wings, despite the fact that they have played a lot of the marksman mid lane in the past. That, or they're trying to force that Kaisa into the mid lane role.
Maybe trying to draw a Nico ban. TLC, if they really wanted, could throw another ban at Darkwing's pool in the mid lane. I will say Darkwings does have a rather large champion pool, but if they want to throw something out there to maybe protect that Nico, something like Syndra, we have seen play to some success. If they really want to protect that, but no, actually banning the Nico themselves, I will say, is a bit surprising for me.
Agreed.
Nico plus Nocturne has been a very sound combo that has been available for a lot of teams, but now we see... so if you ban Azir, that means like Akali is an option for TLC with Harry. We've seen his Akali, but if you're going to do that, you don't ban Azir.
Right.
Maybe Jace. Jace is still on the board.
Jace,
Could be an option.
I'm looking at Jace. I'm looking at Rumble.
Then
These
you're
are kind
all
of the picks that I'm
BD.
thinking. I'm thinking of for TLC that they could take is that Rumble here for Bradley if they really want to. Something that has been really strong. Or if they want to just kind of go deeper down in the dredges of mid lane pool, since we had a lot of that taken off of the board. We haven't seen Annie for a while.
Yeah,
but
we haven't seen Annie.
taking it back from the earlier parts of the season.
A lot of early game here for the side of TLC. Now decision time for AoE. Play a counter to Annie, or are we going to play something that goes bot and counters the Xayah for Lynx? Could be an Aphelios if he does want one. I will say Ziggs has a lot of value this game.
It does. And Ziggs is something that I think that AoE have done really well with, because they really utilize that to attack the bot lane instead of a lot of those dives. And I think it's something that they could rely on. But then you're putting that Kaisa up against Annie. You do get outranged pretty heavily by that pick. So we'll have to see on what AoE want, because they do get this Rumble that will get innate priority in the top lane in most matchups.
You could go Victor mid. It's not terrible this game. So you do have push, at least in one lane, for AoE to help protect them. And yeah, it is going to be the mid laner, so it won't be the Victor taken. It will be Jace. A lot more common for the meta. And also a winning pick into Annie. So they do end up shifting that Kaisa down to the bot. And it will be an Ornn for Bradley. So he's going to try and negate that matchup in the top side, going up against the Rumble. Scale to the later stages of the game. And also a lot more over-the-top hard engage that TLC has. So the Ornn Horn plus turning off the lights from Nocturne, tough to see that. Plus the Tibbers. You can have Rel coming over the top. Huge engage coming out from TLC. And we're going to have to try and survive that with the comp that they have. Kaisa can reposition. Wukong can buy some time and some space for the equalizer. But very big early game and engage for TLC.
I think a lot of things can get very scary here for AoE. They're going to be quite the jump scares you have when the lights are turned off. TLC, I like this composition. I like what they do in the mid game, and it kind of plays into what you're talking about with how they can move around the map well, and if they need to, they can all sync up together while denying simultaneously what AoE kind of wanted to do in the draft, which was kind of try to see if they could attack, utilize Will and Breezy early into the game to get onto people who might be a little bit more susceptible, such as that Annie in the mid lane.
I'm gonna have to see if that rings true here, Mad Magical, as we are spawning onto the Rift for the last game of the regular season for LCS Challengers League.
You gotta get the air horns going on, you know.
Yeah, just want to say, before we dive into this last game of the regular season for the Challengers League, it's been an honor covering this year. Also, to see all the support we got, especially with those subs. Of course, we will have subs available for playoffs, but shout out to anyone that decided to sub to LCS_Challengers, Path to LCS, and especially those that did decide to sub to both, as the support does directly go towards the players, as 50% of the proceeds go towards the teams and players in our league. So if you decide to drop a sub, you're directly supporting the league, and really appreciate that, as it's been amazing seeing the outpouring support that we have had for our league and players throughout the split.
Well, it's not the final push for the subs, as we are going to have playoffs, but we do appreciate everyone who has helped out with the channel. And hopefully you continue to support the players going forward, as playoffs next week is going to be really exciting to watch. You know our top 8 teams, Supernova and Team Fish Taco. Unfortunately, those 2 teams will not be making the cut. They will be playing in the promotion tournament later on. But for now, getting back on to this game and focusing our attention, as we have said it many times, Cubby, this game doesn't have any implications on the standings themselves. It's all about pride.
Oh, no.
It is all about pride and showing off to end the split, being that you are the 2 teams playing in the very last game of the regular season. You can lord that over everyone else, say we won the very last of the regular season.
Yeah, ultimate bragging rights. Hooray. We'll go over some of those too. Why not? As at the moment, we do have each of our junglers working top to bot, so trying to get involved in this bot lane, where I expect TL to have some priority with this Rel plus Xayah. Xayah will range on the Kai'Sa. Rel can take some of the shields away from Rakan and cancel some of those engages if some of the spells from the Rel are timed correctly. And also really good all-in with a Nocturne. So curious to see if Mir gets involved in this bot lane early.
As am I. I'm looking at this Nocturne, and normally when I see Nocturne, it's all about how you can power farm up to level 6 when you feel the most powerful. Ooh. But with a matchup like this in the bot lane, where we're seeing that it's almost looking volatile between the 2 sides, where just one of the junglers shows up first, and it could be all she wrote. It will be both of them. Both Mir and Will kind of matching each other and on the same side of the map, though Will is going to be spotted out by a nice ward that was placed down by Mir.
Gives Kim down the confidence to go.
Nice plunge there from Lynx, but Kim down, taking a little bit more damage than I think you realized. The flash in was not able to get the W with the flash coming in from Breezy to pick up the first blood for the team, as Arrow now realizes he's in danger.
Skirmish at
blue.
blue.
The flash, waiting out. There's the Voice Seeker there. Wait a minute. Mir got solo kill on Mir.
Oh, no.
Will, and then no! Oh, what just happened for AOE, Cubby?
It's a scrim game, baby. We're throwing hands. Everyone's going in. Why not? As we have it all in bot. Will and Mir fight to the depth of the jungle. Mir wins out on that. We'll take a second look, I'm sure, in a replay. But now Mir, he's rotating around Lynx. You are dead, my friend. You got no sums.
You got nothing left. It's tagged by the Q. The movement speed you get as Mir. He's ready to chase him down. It's a do-si-do around the alcove, but Lynx maybe looking for the play on to Arrow. Can't even get it. That is going to be 2 kills early for Nocturne.
I mean, Arrow gets assist money from that. All right, let's take a second look. What kind of craziness do we have on the Rift for our last game of Challengers? As Will, okay, he smites it away. And then the spell shield actually goes wayward, so Mir doesn't even get the extra benefit of that, but he has lethal tempo. He is Nocturne. He has a red buff, and he absolutely just mows down Will in the jungle. That is how the matchup goes. Will does take the Gromp. You know, I guess that is a dub, and now he's going to try and take Bradley down to the top side.
Looking
really
for
good by
anything,
Bradley.
And unfortunately, Concept was the one tanking the damage, so...
Well, that's not ideal.
No.
Okay. All right. Interesting game.
Yeah, very, very interesting
Now we got a
game
pause.
already. And we got a pause in our very last game of the regular season. So, Cubby, yeah.
What's up with you, man?
Not much.
Not much?
No.
All right.
Yeah. What about you?
It's the last game of the regular season. I'm not gonna stream afterwards. You know, I got some nice plans later. Get some salad.
I have a salad in the fridge that I am ready to devour after this one. I will say I'm very hungry for that one.
All right, we're back.
But I'm also hungry for League of Legends. We are back as we get to the bot lane, and the scrims do not cease right now as there's more rumbling in the bot lane. Freezy took a lot of damage for that one. Gonna make it difficult for him to look for that angle, as I expect that, similar to what we saw in our first series of the day between Supernova and FlyQuest Challengers, there's just going to be a lot of fighting in this game. That it is the last one of the split. The teams have had a very long one. Why not just have fun with it? Look for the kills, look for the plays. They weren't able to get the kill into Arrow, but a huge crash down from Kim down with the feather recall onto Lynx. Tagging up, and they needed one more, but guess who's on the other side? It's Mir showing up to make sure that the kills are guaranteed. Even with Freezy trying to dash away, he has speared back towards Arrow.
All right, massive early game lead for TLC. They're almost looking like their LCS team here with what they're doing in the early game. AOE trying to throw hands, get that wave in. We're not able to do so. Answer on the bot side. Keep in mind, before the pause, we saw a failed dive from AOE on the top side, so TLC now winning both sides of the map. Mid slightly Jade's favor. That is to be expected. Nice rip by Arrow. Love the auto attack into the Q to make sure that that route connects. Also, Kim down chain to the CC. Very clean from the bot lane of TLC. That continues, I feel like, to be a little bit slept on part. We've had a lot of talk about the mid laners just because APA and Harry, quite frankly, both playing so well in this team. But I think Arrow and Kim down have been a very consistent bot lane. And oftentimes, TL's early games, they draft priority and they play for it. And every side of the map for TLC has been able to cash in on some early games. But I feel like it's mostly been through mid and then bot next, as Arrow and Kim down have very consistently been able to execute their lane states well.
And as you said before, Kim down really has just leveled up in the summer split and really has looked quite different than we ever could have really expected coming into the regular season. Back when Team Liquid held their tryouts back in the off season between 2022 and 2023. Kim down was someone that kind of, I think, shocked a lot of people that he got picked up by TLC. But we're really seeing the growth that this player has had and how Spawn, as a coach, has really been able to help build him up in his career.
Yeah, it's something, again, like the going from a collegiate player to where he's at now so quickly is just honestly really impressive. I think that growth trajectory, it is something that does matter in League of Legends, especially, orgs talk about it. I think players, try and improve this game quickly. It does matter. This game does change every 3 weeks. We've seen that the best have to be adaptable over time. And speaking of adaptable, Harry.
Harry.
Oh, that's just a solo kill.
Yeah, nearly. But that's going to be the paranoia to top off the kill as top lane. We're just getting rumbling across the map. Even with the rumble on the map, we see that Will gets found out. Mir chasing him down, the flash away, but he can follow this up. He saves it. Oh, doesn't pick up the kill quite onto Will. Will will survive, but it's 8 minutes in, Cubby. There have been 8 kills already, 7 of which TLC have picked up.
I'm just surprised that there was a dragon taken without any contest. I feel like teams are just throwing down, trying to contest whatever they can right now. But it's all coming up the way of TLC. Kim down just hit 6.
Hit 6, but doesn't pop the Magnet Storm just yet. Instead, it gets the Shattering Strike and gets the Cleanse early out of Lynx. And with that gone, that's going to be an interesting tool that you can utilize. Kim down with Arrow. They are so far ahead right now. And Breezy taking so much damage anytime he tries to step forward.
And just look at how much work Arrow is doing in this laning phase. The confidence to step up with this lethal tempo. It is really getting the best of Kaisa, who to go Halo Blade. So good use of abusing the keystone that Arrow selected in these elongated trades. Him and Kim down playing this really nicely.
And it's not going to get any easier here for AOE. Their junglers are far behind Mir. You even have Darkwing struggling in this matchup against Harry. I feel like everything is just working out for TLC. Our #1 team, only team with single-digit losses and looking to remain the most dominant team we have in the summer split.
Concept going to get this wave in on the top side, but Herald should be the focus here for the side of TLC. Equalizer still down for Concept. And Paranoia about to be back up, and guess where Mir is? He is top. They just saw Concept base. Concept going to have to walk back to this lane. as Mir would use that to start up Shelly. He's going to be burned by concept, so maybe a window here, honestly, where AOE can fight. I know they're down 3k gold, but Wukong ult plus Rumble ult sounds like a winning formula to me. And
it does.
if AOE tries to get involved.
Do they get there in
They're behind.
time, though? They're very far behind. Smite secure from TLC.
They're going.
Darkwings will. That's the Cyclone. That's the equalizer. The flash, though, from Mir, followed up by the flash coming in from Will, and he is feared. He is in danger. The lights have been turned off. They have no idea what's going on. They're getting jump scared by the Ram as they're all popped. Oh, AOE, they tried so hard, but they fell short. The TLC's might.
Oh my god, the ult from Bradley, man. They need to give Ornn a bowling skin because he just knocked all the pins down. As that was a well-angled Ornn Horn arrow. Gonna try and clean up. Ult reach.
Oh, they looking for it. They really wanted that kill on the Lynx. The ult for ult trade, but in the end, the big thing is that TLC only lost one and they gained everything else for it.
This was a wild play from Bradley, frankly. Like, just watch the Ornn Horn angle that takes place. So Bradley flashes down, things get split, Will commits for Mir, then watch this from Bradley. 1, 2, 3, helps get Mir out of the top side as well, gets a big knock up here from the pillar he dropped. Great tank and Ornn play coming out from Bradley, who, thinking about where Bradley started as a player and where he is now, really feels like his tank play has improved immensely. From that top lane, that magical. I think his Scion, the macro, and how he plays Scion in fights has been fantastic this split, and good to see him demonstrating some of that on the Ornn. We know he can play the carries, but seeing him round himself out in these tanks too has been great.
And talking with Bradley, he was talking about how he has put so much time and effort into studying playing weak side with the Scion especially.
Lord Morgan.
You can see it, Lord Morgan. There, I was just about to say, he has spent so much time trying to figure out how he can play a lot of those matchups where he can play this weak side, but still play in a strong enough way that he can back up his team and not really fall too far behind. And we're seeing how a lot of those mechanics from being a carry have kind of translated over to some of these tank plays with those angles like you talked about. That was such a huge call of the Forge God that sets up the rest of his team. And now it's a 5,000 gold lead. They shut off the lights again, and this time, Lynx has no way out of that one. Even with Breezy tagging so many people with the quickness, and now the equalizer on top burning down TLC, nobody can even get close to the backline of TLC. Instead, they're getting run down and charged by Kim Down as he is looking for the crash down play onto Darkwings or Concept. Both of them now running back towards the turret. And look at Harry, look at Arrow, look at the damage they have as they take down Darkwings. Another feather in the cap and pulling back them feathers onto AOE, nearly getting Breezy, but it will be Concept instead. That will be the sacrifice to Arrow's killing spree.
Oh my god, it's a scrim. And if this was a scrim, it would be an FF angle, but not going to be the case. Arrow flashes away as he knows that Lynx can follow up with the killer instinct, not want to get give any shutdowns away from over to AOE, but it was a 7.5k gold lead for TLC. And I'm feeling by Magical, we're going to start seeing some pretty goofy things moving forward here.
Think so? You
yeah,
think,
just a little bit.
Think?
Just a little bit.
This wasn't goofy enough for you already?
No, this is sick as hell. That's what this is for me. Mir goes over the top after the dragon gets secured. Everyone dogpile onto the marksman. Not even an opportunity to ult. And then Harry just taking what was given to him. Able to take the free kill. Eliminates yet another member as Will falls. And then TLC just gets pushed on forward. No restraint. Kim Down opens with the flash, waiting for that crash down to come back up. He just flipped the uprights with that nice golf swing away from Darkwings, but there's no stopping the onslaught of Team Liquid Challengers as our top team heading into playoffs as the 1 seed and looking to do so with a little bit of a bang.
We are 14 minutes in. There's going to be Shelly crashing at mid lane. That 7,000 gold lead TLC have. More gold funneled over to Arrow as well. This is just getting all sorts of ridiculousness for TLC. There's, I don't think, any path at all AOE can even hope for a comeback in this game unless TLC legitimately run it down.
Just a night block, man. We're playing some scrims. And we decided to play this one out. It's the last game of the day. You know, might as well play it out. There was even a pause before. You know it's a scrim when there's a pause.
True.
Can't argue with that.
Hey, the thing is with this game, like we said, the stakes aren't there. They are gone. It is all about desserts, as the dessert is going to be made out of Concept. Looking tasty there for Bradley, somehow having a rampage on Ornn.
Yeah, a little mechanized dessert there for TL on the top side. AOE gonna try and answer bot. Free does have access to that powered blast gun if he wants to go. And Harry, well, he's got a friend behind him.
He's got a friend behind him. He also had that rocket belt already completed, so Bradley showing up. AOE going, alrighty. Yeah, we didn't even want it. We didn't want to try to dive. It was all bait.
I feel like this game's just been all bait, you know? That might be AOE strategy. Like, hey guys, we're just gonna, it's all bait before, you know, this starts off. Right?
I mean, playoffs or this game?
Playoffs. They're gonna lose one game to give other teams false hope.
I see.
It's strategic, you know? They're hiding strats. They're hiding their true power level.
You know what? Sure. Because right now, this is not looking like they're hiding anything. They're just getting ripped apart. That's what's happening. And the TP, Concept realized quickly he did not want any of that smoke. And even
None
now,
of them want this.
They turn off the lights. More jump scares. They're getting dove between turrets by the entirety of TLC.
I will say, the fastest game of our split, Magical. You want to guess what that was?
It was, what was it? Supernova EGC?
It was, and it was 21-30.
Yes.
I feel like that's really the pace we're looking to beat now. Can this get beat?
Set a record. We almost had the 10th of most kills in a game set earlier today.
Oh boy.
Now it's about ending the game as quickly as possible. Even without
That's
landing that ult, it doesn't even matter. That is how far ahead TLC are, that they can pick up that kill easily. Even turn for this mid lane play on a Concept, the Flame Spitter. What does it do? It does nothing.
It's a massacre.
Avert your eyes, Cubby. Avert your eyes.
You don't see this in LCS, guys. You only get this in Challengers League, all right? Enjoy it.
Avert your eyes.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Any young children in the audience, please avert your attention elsewhere.
No. Actually, pay attention to this, because this is motivation to work as hard as TLC does, because then you get to do this to opponents at the end of a nice, long season.
You know, respect to AOE. At least they're, like, not just...
Hey, they balled out, you know?
Yeah,
they just lost all the early fights.
You're right.
This is what happens.
And even still, they're, like, invading. They're 11, almost 12k behind. They're still looking for anything. Will just dies. Fear's legendary. Oh, okay, here we go. Darkwing, you got this. You can beat Arrow. No, okay. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You have the equalizer. No, you can't. Okay.
Doesn't have ult yet.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, he just got it back.
Just got it. I like how now we're just cheering for any AoE kill.
It is. I will say, if I'm Maryville, I am very thankful that I made playoffs, and then also very terrified that this is my opponent for the first round. But
you should, and then also thankful that it's double elimination.
That is true. Matchups, though, we will have AoE going into Disguised in the first round of the playoffs. Still excited to see AoE in playoffs. I feel like this is a team that has a good identity. I think they were trying out some things here, as Bradley's going to take the 1v2. Darkwing is dead.
Yeah, Bradley wins 1v2.
I think he wins this too.
As Ornn, he wins 1v2, and like you said, he might win this one. And I think Concept kind of realizes maybe he doesn't want this. He's doing barely any damage there to Bradley. All the while, his team has
Dancing Kelly?
Dancing Rift Herald, maybe, because that's going to be a charge. Maybe the Rift Herald is going to fall from the turret. No, still alive. Okay, come on, Dancing Shelly, let's go. Let's go. TLC, you've got this. It's 5 seconds until Darkwing spawn. 15 seconds until Will's up. The turret's going to take that Rift Herald.
This feels like TLC is trying to make it like the last day of school where you get that half day and then you get to just walk out for summer. They're trying to make this one quick. They can enjoy the end of the regular season.
They are.
Here we go.
They shut off the lights. It's only 19 minutes into the game, and they are already diving. Nexus, turrets, they do lose fear. That's going to be one kill for AoE. They could get a lot more right now, TLC. You got to be cautious because they are looking to dive. Yeah, Will took a lot of damage with the Cyclone, so not enough to keep the fight going. But with Bradley re-engaging onto Lynx, nearly taking him out as the assassin Ornn that he is, everyone from AoE now fears this Ram. They're getting run down. They've lost Concept. The Monkey King is looking more like a peasant as he is chased in the streets and killed by TLC.
I think TLC have to reset, but they're trying to end it here. Arrow's gonna go up in the air.
Game. They want it. They want the
Nothing
fastest game so bad. But
Dark
the
Wings
thing
is the same level as Kim
Yeah.
Down, man. That's a feels bad. As we're seeing ridiculous things in this game. They have 2 minutes to go to end this one. So TLC, if you reset, you walk back bot and brute force it down, I think you wrap it up.
Yeah, I think so too. Because it
Let's
is
see it.
20 minutes in. You have the super minions in the bot lane. They're all recon. They get... Okay, let's just take a look at this replay.
You don't see this in LCS, guys. It's kind of forward aggression. You can only see this in LPL.
LPL, goated region, just gonna say.
Yeah, well, that will be carrying the good region to the Challengers League region. Right? Yeah? Huh?
Appropriate, I agree.
Yeah, as Bradley is like... He's so big, this game.
I told
can
you.
move him.
It's the Assassin Orange.
It's the old copy pasta. We have
Yup.
retired the Cassante copy pasta and brought back the Orn copy pasta as a gift to all League of Legends fans in this last game.
And all while this replay is going on, the Turo Baron buff has been secured by TLC. But the clock is ticking.
50 seconds.
50 seconds until that timer is gone and they do not get the
don't
fastest
think they get
game win. I don't think
they get
so
it.
either.
I mean, Mira could just send it. Down
Yeah,
for
but
sending it. But
there's
yeah,
the turret.
TLC. No, they play map too well to go for something like that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, we're going to send it.
It is going to be sent here by
they got
AOE, and they pop
Nice.
Harry. That's huge. The will does die for it. Nice crash down from Tim down as
boy.
Bradley
Flanking
calls in
Orborn.
the gods. They're going to run down AOE underneath their tier 2 turret. Orn picks up 1 kill, and he goes for more.
Give
the
Orn
back
more.
line.
Give him a quad.
Orn all the kills as he's got a double kill. It's a double-double for TLC as they are now knocking on the door again of AOE.
Oh, Bradley just canceled the ornament. He was going to give Kim down. I guess he doesn't, love Kim down for Christmas, as it's a little bit of Christmas in July here for TLC. They're going to wrap up this one in style as Team Liquid Challengers move into playoffs. Our #1 seed, and sending a message to the rest of the league right before we start things off.
And they're here to win another title. They might have lost in spring, but they will not be deterred in summer. Our most dominant team of the summer season.
Challengers League was fun today. We had some good ones.
That's it. That's all. Now we finished our ice cream. We finished our cake. The desserts have been eaten. We've got every single game of the LCS Challenger split out of the way for the regular season. But that doesn't mean we are done today, Cubby. We still have one more thing remaining, and that is our Verizon post-game interview. So we're going to toss to a break, and when we come back, Mazel will be here with the victorious TLC. You won't want to miss it.
The LCS Challengers League is brought to you by Turo, the world's largest car-sharing marketplace. Find your drive.
Welcome back, everyone, and welcome to our final Verizon post-game interview of the regular season here. I'm joined by none other than Arrow for Team Liquid Honda Challengers, and though I will say there's been some rocky moments, some tough times in the middle of the season, you guys have had a miraculous comeback in the late push. What do you credit this late season resurgence to?
Well, I think first of all we tried hard as a team, but honestly I think if we ever lose in a variety way, like sometimes you get sloppy late game or middle game all again. I think it's good for us to realize like you gotta wake up, man.
Level a bit, and then, some water on the face.
Yeah, I think Coach Spawn Drake is pushing us well when we are being lazy or just wake up guys, and then also our teammates trying to, we have to listen our coach, and we have to, if you say something we need to act. So I think we tried hard. Yeah.
Okay, I like it. A little bit of proactivity. I did check in with you earlier on in the split, and you were talking to me about your motivations, your approach, and the drive that you have in your role. But do you feel like with playoffs ahead that you're more ready than ever, that you're hitting your stride?
I also, honestly, it's been busy. Like, game was like 3 games a week, fast. Yeah. So I don't think I ever realized it's playoff already. So I have to get the mindset, be ready. This is a playoff. So we have to, we have to wake up, guys. Again.
There you go. Hey, you got a little time to rest and get ready for that one. I think one key for Team Liquid Challengers so far this split has been the growth in the bot lane between you and Kimdown. Can you talk to me a little bit about this journey that you guys have been on together?
Well, I think one of the strengths and advantage we had as a when I'm trying to teach Kim, he had a good patience and listening, or I don't think he ever get tilted. And sometimes if you ask to feedback towards some teammates and they are in a mood, right? Like one of the days you are in the mood, and I don't want to talk about the games, guys. I think Kim always tried hard to. All right, what was mistake? I'm listening. Always being in that attitude. So I was actually, well, I'm always one of the person. I always want to talk about the game, but a lot of times people don't want to talk about the game. But then Kim is just to keep listening. Like I'm just so happy. Yeah, this one. Yeah, move on now. Next game, this one. So I think probably his attitude was the most important thing on the way the growth path for us.
Yeah, it's been really cool to watch. But you have been carrying like crazy, I feel like, as well as Harry coming back into the roster. You guys have really been some forces for the team. I know you were highlighting Felios for a lot of the split, but how do you feel about the ADC meta now as we've been shifting into the playoffs?
I think right now the meta is slightly depends on team color. So if you have a great top side and you're willing to play AP ball lane, I think you can actually play AP ball lane right now. But AP ball lane, you have to know how to macro about whole game, because once you made a few mistakes and lose a few team fights against the Creed AD carry, it's gonna be, you're gonna have tough moment. You're not useful.
Yeah.
So
becomes a little bit difficult.
yeah,
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing.
I like it.
Are you gonna put the wizard hat on sometime?
Well, I was gonna first pick Jix, but Coach Bandit, enemy Jix was better.
No.
Yeah.
You'll have to talk to him a little bit behind the scenes.
Well,
I will say though,
I have a personal Jix coach. He already been LCS over here. Personal Jix coach APA.
There you go.
Always,
yeah.
yeah.
I love it. Yeah, you get some personal coaching from AP as well. I will ask you though, playoffs looming. I know you said you haven't thought about it too much. You're going against Maryville, and a guy that you faced at decent times now, Scary Jerry, an up-and-coming ADC. How do you feel like going up into that matchup, or just playoff thoughts in general?
Well, I don't know. I don't think about enemy opponent anyway, so.
Okay.
Actually, I saw him playing Draven a few times. I kind of hope he plays Draven, and I play Jix maybe. I face the Draven with my Ziggy. I heard the Jix is a good 1v1 champion, so.
Hey, we're gonna have to find out. I'm hoping to see it. I do want to give you one last little bit. Give some shout outs to anybody you want to talk about here.
First of all, thanks to our fans cheering for us, and family, my friends, teammates. And then always thanks to our Team Liquid sponsors. There's Honda, Alienware, Verizon, Monster, Zap, IMC, Twitch, Thorn. Well, those lists we are very appreciated.
Thank you, Era. I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing what you guys can pull off as our #1 seed going into playoffs.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go ahead and bring back my analyst to round out our final day of the regular season. Magical Covey. Great words from Arrow to hear a little bit of the capper of an incredible season from Team Liquid.
It's great to hear from Arrow, and they're clearly confident going into playoffs, which you want to hear and you want to see. I do want to see if he ever gets to play something like that Ziggs. Maybe he could play something a little bit more fun like the Karthus as well. But at the same time, he has been dominating on more of these traditional marksmen like the Felios and the Xayah.
Yeah, and we're going to take a look at the standings here, Cubby, and we can kind of break this one down. Obviously, the red line was set, and here we are with our 8 teams going into the playoffs.
I just gotta say, this run from TL is incredible. Last summer, that roster that promoted now 4 players in the LCS, of course, Harry now rejoining TLA, but they went 29-7 in the regular season. This team, with 3 to 4 new members, APA, of course, with LCS now, 27-9. To do that with such a different roster, and especially with players as young as Kim down, they have a team that is that dominant. It's a really incredible run from TL, who have top 3'd the last 4 splits of Challengers or Academy and are looking to do so again this split. And what I think is going to be our most competitive playoffs that we've had yet, the fact that EG is a 7 seed coming into playoffs, to me, it's felt like the last few playoffs we have had, it's been like a 2-horse race, and then we kind of see if anyone else can, reach the mantle of the other teams. I think right now it's a 1-horse race for TLC, but the other teams are closer. And the pack of the amount of teams that I feel like could take games off of TL, it's a lot higher than what I've seen in past playoffs. So I really am excited for this new playoffs bracket and format that we have in Challengers to see how this shakes out, because I feel like we could have some very competitive matches.
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring up those playoff brackets now as we have our stage set and our best ofs ready to go, Magical.
I mean, looking at them, you got to feel bad for Maryville University. Props to them. They made it through. They don't have to deal with the promotion tournament. They are guaranteed the 2024 spot. But then, like Kevin said, they have to face off against Team Liquid Honda Challengers to start it off. That is very unfortunate for them, and I'm curious to see how they're going to perform in that matchup. But I'm looking towards like the middle of that pack. Fear versus Wildcard, I think is going to be an absolute banger.
Cubby, I don't know if you have any thoughts, any particular ones that stand out to you. Always appreciate there's the double elimination, but there's some very fun ones.
FlyQuest EG,
that's
all
going to be
eyes
very
on that.
surprising.
Two of our franchise orgs going toe-to-toe in the first round. I really feel like EG has been on a hot streak, and they met in Week 5, and EG 2-0'd FlyQuest. So that's an exciting one. I know it was an 0-2 today, but still I think really highly of EG at the 7 seed, and I think they're... I don't even want to call them a dark horse, because I really feel like their play in the second round robin with 30 has been that strong. So really curious to see that best of 3.
I don't think we have any dark horses. We do have one bright horse in TLC at the top there, but we do want to go ahead and bring up some final statistics as Samsung SSD Fast 5 for a final time in the regular season. Let's go ahead and check out how this final week panned out, and we'll see what exactly stands out to us. As Cubby, I'll dissuade to you, but about 633 for level 6 for UG. Not too bad. A little bit further ahead from Tomio.
I got to see what happened in the Fear games today. That was a quick one there from the Nui. Shout out to Soul as well for subbing in for Team Fish Taco. I know that Soul's retired, but is still keeping his head poked around the space, helping out some friends as he did this week as Lunacia wasn't able to make it for reasons. We will see them in the promotion tournament, hopefully with Lunacia or Team Fish Taco, as they'll have to regain their spot alongside Supernova. But definitely... admirable that Soul was able to step in and help on out, and always rooting for that guy, whether he's going to be in League of Legends or not moving forward.
Exactly. And I think, Magical, I know you're a little bit crazy with it a little bit. Is there anything in here that's like, oh my god?
I do like Minui's 3-minute kill, fastest kill. That is a good one. That is a good shout. But I also kind of looking over towards the fastest mid lane mythic. Like, Ryoma actually having the #1, I think is a big one for me, but Shochi right hot on his heels, and then look at the gap between Shochi and Darkwings after that.
True.
That's what I'm saying. That's like clearly 2 outliers in Ryoma and Shochi.
Oh, that was our SSD Fast 5 for our week number 6, but that does also mean our week 6 is coming to a close, gentlemen. This has been an incredible regular season. It has been a heck of a gauntlet 6-week regular season. I want your final thoughts here, Cubby, as we do, and Magical will get to you as well.
It's a pleasure to be a part of this as always, and really excited for playoffs. We have playoffs starting next week on Saturday. Please don't miss it. I feel like we have a really exciting playoff, a lot of competitive teams, and to see, obviously our season started with a lot of changes to how our league looks, and to see the support that, has been outpouring towards the teams, players, the subs we get in Twitch chat, it's really boosted us up and given us a lot of confidence throughout this split. So love the support that we see, especially towards the teams and players. Keep on giving those guys follows. We've seen the success that NA Talent has had on the LCS stage, thanks to some of the players that have graduated from this league. And that will continue. So thanks for everyone that's hopping on the bandwagon early and supporting all these guys as they make that climb to LCS.
Magical, last little thoughts real quick.
I mean, I love Challengers League. I missed week 2, which I was bummed by, but the fact that we've still had some amazing League of Legends like the whole time, just been incredible, and seeing the players and the growth that they've all had. I'm just excited about playoffs. I'm excited about the promotion tournament later on as well, because there's a bunch of exciting players in the open qualifiers that are playing. So genuinely, just
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's been an awesome summer, and I'm just sad that the regular season is coming to a close.
But the beautiful part is we have more to come. It has been that gauntlet of a 6-week regular season, like I said, but now our challengers' eyes are set straight on the horizon and straight to the battlefield that will be playoffs. The love and the growth from this wonderful community has been incredible. We're far from done. Continue supporting the players, continue supporting the teams, sub to the channels. 50% goes to the players, supports the community, and be ready for the best playoffs yet, starting this Saturday on July 22nd at 1 p.m. Pacific. And as always, the LCS Challengers League is brought to you by Turo, the world's largest car sharing marketplace where you can book any car for any occasion that you would like. And you go on a drive, have a nice little picture time, just have a little bit of fun with a cool car. Forget about boring car rentals today at Turo.com. And make sure you remember that we have arena fun kicking off now as we're going to go raid the Riot Games event.
I'm jealous
see what
I
they
couldn't
have
go.
in store.
Same
I know.
here,
We'll
same
see you here. We'll
Oh.
see you next time. We'll see you Saturday for the playoffs of NACL.